Hello. Thank you for joining me for the business formation video. I hope you get some value out of this. I think that you will, because somebody was asking me about this recently and it seems like something good to talk about. First, I want to be truly authentic with you. I am a tax attorney, I have an MBA, and I have a master's in accounting. So I've done a lot of school on these areas, which are business, taxes, accounting, all the things that are the backbone of both large corporate business structures as well as small and medium-sized businesses. I've had my own businesses that have been quite successful, and I love talking about business. As you know now, I am pursuing being a music producer because I love music too, and I love so many things. I think it's because I'm an Aquarius. But yeah, I'm drawn to so many things, and right now I feel like I can help people out because I've had some questions about, again, business formation. So 3 types of business formation I'm going to talk about: sole proprietor, a LLC, and an SCorp. I'm going to leave out partnerships because I don't think that really applies so much when you're a music producer, DJ, or musician. But let's talk about a sole proprietor. Sole proprietor means that you are operating generally under your social security number, but you don't have to. You can actually get an EIN number. I'll put the link for that below. Some people like to use that because they feel like they protect their social security number. For example, I did mix shows for CBS Radio and for big organizations, and they're going to ask you, for that number because they need to know when they're paying you. They're going to pay you as a contractor and then send you a 1099. They need to know what number is associated with your business. And some people feel better handing out an EIN number versus their social security number. Okay, so point is that you have a business. You may need a DBA if you're not operating under your own name, but your revenue, your profits, your expenses, all of that, you're actually going to easily just file along on a Schedule C when you file your 1040 each year for your taxes. So it's really easy to report your income. It's the easiest way to have a business, to be a legitimate business, is to be a sole proprietor. And it's important because if you're legitimate, and I'm assuming you're in this to make money and to be in it for a while, you want to make sure that you are reporting your revenue and expenses to the government on your tax return, and there are benefits for you there. Actually, see this video up here on taxes. I'll do more as we get into the tax season so that hopefully I can save you guys some money and you can feel better about doing your taxes. But all right, going back to sole proprietor, that's like the easiest business to have. There's not much you have to do. You may have to get the DBA, open a business checking account, keep all your business records, but you don't have to do anything special per se. People ask me about LLC. Do I need an LLC? That's a limited liability corporation, and there is a lot more involved in becoming an LLC because it's a legal entity, and you need to pay money to your state, and you need to file papers, and you need to do your income taxes a special way and report special information each year in order to stay within the guidelines of being that LLC. It costs, I don't know what the going rate is now because the fees vary from state to state, but I want to say it will cost you between $500 and $1,000 to establish the LLC, and then a few $100s each year ongoing for the various payments that need to be making to the state to keep that. You'll also probably have to pay somebody to do your taxes because there's a little more involved in doing that, although TurboTax is a really great tool to help anyone do your taxes, but still, there's more involved in it. And I don't think it's as important. Well, I shouldn't say that. For DJs, definitely, it could be important because you've got equipment and stuff like that you're going to be using. But what happens with a limited liability is you're protecting your individual assets, right? You're basically saying, here's my business, and here's my individual assets. And so, God forbid you were sued or anything like that, you would be protected under, your personal assets would be protected under the shell of the business assets. So that's really the main benefit there. But let's talk about the third option, which is an SCorp. And that costs more money to establish, and definitely you'll need an attorney to file some of that paperwork for you. But the advantages to an SCorp are when it comes to taxes. So they've cut back a little bit. The laws have changed a little bit in the past few years. Some of the advantages, maybe not so great as they used to be. Doesn't mean people aren't pushing the line on them. But the idea is that by establishing an SCorp, you're able to give yourself a reasonable salary, you know, the business, the SCorp, your business, gives you a salary. And so just you'll pay less in taxes. Let's just put it that way. That's the easy way to say it. But it's going to cost you more to have an SCorp. And the real big thing is if you're not making a lot of money off of your business, it's not going to be practical for you to have or establish an SCorp. So what I would say to you is if you're just starting business, make sure you're legitimate. You get your DBA, you get a business checking account, you're keeping track of your profits, of your expenses. You've got receipts or your credit card bill to show, or you know, that you've paid for all of these items maybe that you're declaring on your taxes. You collect sales tax if you need to and keep that in a separate account and make sure that you pay that when you need to, that you just be legitimate as a business. Focus on that. Be a sole proprietor and be legitimate. Get all that stuff together, start making a profit. And once you get to the point where it makes sense and it's practical for you to pay to establish an LLC or an SCorp, I do highly recommend that you do it. But I don't want you to stress about it, because what happens is people can get just caught up in all the planning aspects that you lose track of why you started this. And that's because you're passionate about music, whether you're a musician or a DJ or a music producer, right? You're passionate about music. And yes, you want to make money with that music, but you just don't get too caught up. You know, I've spent a lot of my life getting caught up, and it's kept me from moving forward and keeping the momentum going. So you did a good job by watching this video. Google it, right? There's other resources out there, the Small Business Association. There's a lot of information there, you know, for you and your small business and learning. And I'll put some more resources, some links down below for you. You know, if you do want to go read more about what is good bookkeeping and what you should be thinking about now that you've, you know, started your business and you're making money. I hope this was helpful. A lot of information here, business formation. I will be coming back at you with more business videos. So I'll see you again soon. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit it now. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.